So today, our objective is, we gathered here for the learning of Datadog APM tool. So we all know the industry is actually moving towards, uh, I mean, static monitoring to application performance monitoring, which is actually the APM tool. And that too, in industry, there are very few tools that are actually famous in the market. Uh, I mean, the tool that we are going to learn is actually Datadog. Other than that, there are tools like Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink, CAAPM, Pinpoint. Like that, there are other tools are also there in the market. So now the industry trend is moving towards single tool for all your monitoring. Single tool for all your monitoring. Okay, that's the reason we are learning this APM tool also, guys. Okay, traditionally, if you go back, maybe client side monitoring. Okay, client side monitoring or server side monitoring. Server side monitoring. Okay, you call this as server side monitoring, or you can even say like infra monitoring. Okay, or your services or process level monitoring. Okay, service or process or technology, whatever you call that as. Okay, and then database monitoring, and then even in certain cases network monitoring. So like this, different monitoring that we are doing, and for that we are using different tools. Okay, so even client side monitoring, if you say, I'll say gt metrics, web page test, uh, chrome devtools, or lighthouse. So like this, different tools are actually available in the market. Different tools are available in the market, and each tool is actually doing certain unique functionality as such. And then infrastructure monitoring, we usually use perfmon or nmon or sitescope or vmstat, netstat, sar, top, iostat, like that. There are different things people will do it in the infrastructure level. And server level, yes, we will use profilers. Okay, profilers. Okay, profilers like JProfiler or your kit Java profiler, or ants profiler, like that. Similarly, database level, yes, SQL profilers people will use, or they'll also use AWR reports, or ADDM reports, or ASH reports, like that for the database level. Yes, for network monitoring, they'll say TCP dump and all. Okay, for certain level, they are going to do that. Even network monitoring, which is netstat, is also one of the commands. So, like that, if you look at it, traditionally, this is a challenge, guys. Okay, traditionally, this is a challenge. If you look at it, different tools for different activity, you need to spend a lot of resources. I mean, you need people, and you should also invest money, because there are commercial tools that you will use it, right? So in that case, what is actually happening, the challenge is finding a good resource with multiple knowledge, finding a good resource with multiple knowledge on these tools. And then you need tool investment also. So that is also a challenge. So if you think from the customer perspective or the stakeholder perspective, for them it is not that easy job to have multiple people, multiple tool. But end goal is what? Finding the problem. End goal is what? Finding the problem. You are only going to find the problem, but you are going to use different tools, different people they are going to involve in this activity. So that's where the concept of APM tool is actually comes into picture. APM tool, okay, application performance monitoring or application performance management tool, APM tool. Okay. So nowadays they are calling this as a management tool because they are doing little more than monitoring. Because monitoring tool means what? It will only give you number. It will give you only number. It is not going to give you anything else. But management tool means it is actually going to do something like alerting, something like integration, something other, some other activities also you are going to perform. That is the reason we are calling this as application performance management tool. Okay, application performance management tool. Okay, so what I am trying to explain here, you are going to learn one single tool that is going to help you to do multiple activities. Single source of information. Single source of information. Objective is what? What is your objective? Your objective is full stack monitoring. Full stack monitoring. Full stack monitoring. End to end, E to E. Full stack monitoring or end to end monitoring. Okay, end to end monitoring, that is the objective. Okay, that's the reason we are going to learn this tool. You are not going to use single tool for client side, single tool for application side, single tool for infrastructure side, database side, network side. No, no, you are going to use a single tool for all these activities. That is the reason we are going to learn this APM tool. Okay, that's the important thing that we wanted to understand it. And also maybe kind of disclaimer I wanted to put it. A disclaimer that I wanted to put it. So in this forum, if anyone is actually looking out for a job change, or you wanted to change your career itself, I mean any job description that are related to performance testing and performance engineering, if you are looking into nowadays, definitely what they are doing, they are having one APM tool in the list, guys. One APM tool in the list they are having. The two predominantly out of these tools like Datadog, Neuralink, Dynatrace, AppDynamics. These tools are actually they are having it. And yes, little orientation towards Dynatrace tool, but nowadays these tools like Datadog and the Neuralink also they are releasing new capabilities, latest machine learning, artificial intelligence, AOps, SRE, observability related features that they are. That they are actually implementing it, because when the technology is actually growing, your tool compatibility is also important, right? Because your technology is latest but your tool is not updated, means which is not going to help you. But these tools like Datadog, Neuralink, AppDynamics, Dynatrace, these tools what they are doing, they are growing when the technology is actually growing. So in that way, the learning of this tool is actually important, guys, important. Even when you guys are actually going to work for a certain organization, or you are searching for a job, everywhere the importance of APM tool is actually high. I told you, one performance testing tool or one APM tool which will be there in the job description, JD. Every JD, nowadays they are going to have one performance testing tool and one APM tool. So learning one APM tool, say like you are learning Datadog today. Okay, you are learning Datadog today. With that foundation, with that knowledge, you can simply learn Neuralink, AppDynamics, Dynatrace, because fundamentally, fundamentally these tools are working in the common way. These tools are working in the common way. How APM tools are actually working? I'm not literally talking about Datadog now. In general, I'm saying, in general, what these tools are actually doing, you are going to install a piece of software, a piece of software. Okay, example, if I quickly draw a picture, So this is your host, this is your server means. Okay, this is your server means what you are doing, you are going to install the agent. Okay, install the agent. What is that? Maybe you call this as Datadog Windows agent. Okay, Datadog in Windows agent, like that. If you are in a, if you are installing the agent, then you are going to cover the infrastructure related data. You are going to cover the infrastructure related data. So that is the understanding. So every APM tool, not only Dynatrace, I'm saying every APM tool, how it is actually working, there is a concept called agent installation. Agent means it's actually a piece of software. It's actually a piece of software. That agent installation, you are going to do it. That agent will collect the data, and that collected data you are going to get it in the, that collected data you are going to get it in the UI, which is a user interface, right? In that you are going to get it. In that you are going to get it. That is the understanding, guys. Okay, that is the understanding. So not only this tool, every APM tool is actually working in the similar fashion. So that is the reason I told you, if you are learning one tool, if you are learning one tool with that basic foundation knowledge, you can expand your knowledge to other APM tools also. That is how every APM tool is actually designed, guys. Okay, so maybe before even going to our learning stage, I wanted to get the view from you guys. Any question till now, whatever we discussed?
So we have some of the agentless also. Agentless APM tools also available, or all every APM tool must be agent.
See, each and every tool they are using their words or the terms and terminology little different. Okay, the word that
Okay.
you are using is actually agentless, right? In certain tool they are calling that as probing. Okay, so say they are not actually installing any software as such, but they will do the monitoring, like your kind of Perfmon, or even any static monitoring tools like Sitescope or something, they are not actually going to install agent as such. Okay, but they do monitoring, but that monitoring will be high level. Okay, you are not going to get any detailed information as like you are getting it in the as like you are getting it in the agent monitoring tool. But in Dynatrace, there is a concept called agentless monitoring. Okay, since because you use the word, I wanted to touch that point. Okay, so say I
Mhm.
myself is actually taking the training for Dynatrace AppDynamics Neuralink Datadog. So when you are learning also, I'll give you a complete picture. So agentless monitoring is one of the concept available in Dynatrace. Say like in certain
So can
organization, they
I
will not.
please?
Sorry.
Sorry, sir. Continue, sir. Continue, sir.
Yeah. In certain organization, what will happen? They will not allow you to install the agent in the server. Okay, in the infrastructure, they will not allow you to install. I mean, not all the organization, but in certain organization, they'll say your software will create a overhead for my system. Overhead. Okay,
Mm,
software overhead.
mm,
So in that situation, what Dynatrace, they are providing a concept called agentless monitoring, which is nothing but they are giving one piece of JavaScript. That JavaScript you have to instrument it in your application in the HTML pages, and that will do the monitoring. That is one of the concept. But other than that,
mm,
if you are installing the agent, you are going to get the detailed information. That is the primary understanding now. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for your question. So here our primary goal, guys. Okay, primary goal. We are going to learn one APM tool. Yes, that is important for sure. Our objective is that. And nowadays, people are talking about a lot of fancy fancy terms and terminologies, guys. Okay, fancy terms and terminology everybody is actually using. Even I don't know, in your organizations they started talking about a concept called observability. Okay, so that
Yes,
is the reason.
yes.
Even these APM tools also, they are saying yes, we are also inline to that concepts, inline to that concepts like observability as well. Okay, so maybe yes, in the later part I'll give you little more explanation also, but for now I'll little touch about observability. Okay, observability. Okay, guys, yes, this is one of the capability, but but since because I came to this point, if I'm not explaining, you guys will feel little difficult. So that's the reason on a high level definition level I will cover it. In the later part of the session, we will go into the details of what is what and all those things and all. Okay. So observability. So observability means what? Because in the industry now, everybody is actually talking about observability implementation. I'm going to do this, that, like that. Everybody is actually talking. So first of all, we should know about basic concepts about observability. Why I'm saying, because in your organization, your architects or your customer or your stakeholder, if somebody is actually talking about this observability, you should also return, you should also talk about that concept, right? So that's the reason I'm explaining that, okay, for your benefit only. So observability means what? Observability means based on the external output. Very simple term I'm explaining. Based on the external output, you are commenting on the internal part of the application. Based on the external output, you are commenting on the internal part of the application, how your application is basically working. That is what is actually called as observability. Observability means what? Based on the external output, you are going to comment on the internal part of the application, because sometimes you don't know what is actually happening in the application. So based on the external output, you are going to say what is actually happening in the internal part of the application. So what is that internal part of the application and how you are going to do that? So actually, when observability concept came into the picture in this technology world, they call that as three pillars. Okay, three pillars. But now they are even added one more thing. Initially they added with the metrics, logs, traces. Okay, metrics, logs, trace. So this is how they started, three pillars. But now they added one more thing also called events. They added one more thing also called as events. Okay. So they in short, they are in short, they call this as melt, melt, metrics, events, logs, trace, like that they are calling. So what is that meaning? So, based on the external output, what is that external output? Metrics, events, logs, trace. With that, what you are going to do? You are going to analyze. I mean, you means not you. We are going to have the mechanism to analyze it. We are going to analyze the metrics, events, logs, trace, and we are going to say whether the application is actually working good or whether the application is actually having a problem. Whether the application is actually having a problem. That's where this concept is actually, observability concept is actually comes into picture. Observability concept comes into picture. So for this, there are different activities nowadays people are doing. Even I told you, right, our tool Datadog is also having the observability capability. Even Dynatrace is actually having the observability capability. So either people are going with this APM tool through which they are trying to implement observability, or they are going with certain tools like Grafana, Prometheus, Grafana, Prometheus kind of a tool. Okay, in Grafana itself, there is a tool called Loki, Tempo, like that and all. There are internal sub classifications or sub tools are actually there. So like this, people are using different tools, either a commercial tools or open source option they are using to capture this metrics, events, logs, trace, and they are commenting, okay, the application is actually working good or working bad. Even they are also having the integration with certain tools like ServiceNow, Jira, PagerDuty, Slack, like that and all. They are having the integration, and they are trying to alert. Okay, actually, where there is a problem, first you need to get the alerting. That is important. First you need to get the alerting, and then there are auto resiliency, if you are able to do it or what. Auto resiliency means what? You are trying to restart the server, or you are going to scale the server, like that you are trying to do it or what. That is also certain strategy people are trying to do it. People are trying to do it. So this entire activity, they are calling it as what? Observability. They are calling this as observability. So why I am explaining this concept? Because this tool is also having the capability to implement the observability in your organization. So two important things that you will achieve if you are learning this tool. Two important things. What? Yes, you are going to do the application performance monitoring or application performance management. That is a primary objective of learning this tool. The other objective is what? Yes, you can implement observability in your organization as well. Okay, in your organization you can implement the observability as well. Actually, if your system or your application is there in the observable mode, if your application is actually there in the observable mode, okay, then straight away your metrics, events, logs, trace, you can calculate it or measure it, guys. Okay, but if your system is not in that case, if your system is not in that level, your system is not exposing any information, in that case what we will do? In that case only, nowadays people are talking about a concept called open telemetry. Open telemetry, they are using the concept called open telemetry. It's a framework that you are going to implement it in your application. Once after implementing it, your application will provide metrics, logs, trace, all those things. Okay, this is all knowledge, guys. Okay, I'm not saying which is exactly in line to the Datadog learning, but at least for you guys to get the benefit in industry right now what is actually happening, to get that understanding only I explained about this observability concept. Okay, so but definitely it will be useful down the line in a career, but this is actually a basic understanding. This observability can be implemented using the Datadog tool. I'll take a pause here, guys. Any question till now?
No questions. Good.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So yeah, first topic is actually what are APM tools? Yes, I told you instead of using different tools for different activity, you are going to use the APM tool for uh, achieving certain things. Okay, achieving certain activities. Okay, so I mean your client side, server side, application side, database side, network side, all you are going to trying to do it in the single source of tool, which is the APM tool, application performance monitoring tool. You are trying to use it. Okay, so management, I use the word management because the alerting capability and all comes under the management activities, right? So that's the reason I use the word management, because only static monitoring tool, example sorry, example, you are performing the flow like this: login, search, login, search, um, add to cart, add to cart, um, purchase, purchase, and then check out, and then log out, something like that. Maybe something log out. Maybe you can put it log out and purchase, whatever. Okay, yeah. So search, add to cart, check out, and then log out. So this is a flow you are doing, and after performing this activity, and you are saying search transaction is actually taking 15 seconds. Search transaction is actually taking 15 seconds. If you are telling in this way and you are telling it to the stakeholder, search transaction is actually taking 15 seconds. What reaction you will be getting it from the stakeholder? Definitely they will not be interested if you are saying search transaction is actually taking 15 seconds. So for what reply your stakeholder will give you? The stakeholder will say, boss, you gathered requirement for 2 to 3 days, and you did the scripting for 2 to 3 days, and you executed the test for 1 to 2 days, and you prepared the report for 1 day. After spending 10 to 12 days, and you are coming and saying search transaction is actually taking 15 seconds. Search transaction is actually taking 15 seconds. Actually, day one, if I use the stopwatch, I can say search transaction is actually taking 15 seconds. What benefit or what extra information that you are giving after doing your test? That is the reply your stakeholder will give you. So maybe I may be uh, mentioned maybe in a little soft and polite words, but you will be getting a little hard word from them, because if you are telling search transaction is actually taking 15 seconds, they will not be that interested, because they want detail. They don't want problem statement, they want solution side. Okay, findings, observations, recommendations. That is what your stakeholder will even more interested. Okay, that is what their expectation also. Okay, so what is that meaning? Search transaction is actually taking 15 seconds, means where it is actually taking, which layer it is actually taking, what additional information that you are giving. Instead of giving average response time, what additional information that you are giving? Is it actually something related to the client side, or it is actually something related to the infra side, where it is actually taking time? That is where this APM tool importance is actually coming. This APM tool importance is actually coming. You are not only going to say problem statement, you are going to give additional information. You are going to give additional information. That is the reason I'm saying this APM tool will make your life easy, because you are not going to answer for each and every question raised by the customer, because you are going to provide answer for all the problem statement that they are telling. Okay, maybe they are expecting you to provide the details about the problem statement, means you can use the APM tool and then provide the details. Very simple. So that's where the learning of APM tool is actually comes into picture, guys. Okay, so now what I did, I'm setting the expectation why we are actually learning the APM tool. Why we are actually learning the APM tool. APM tool means what I told you. Why we are actually learning the APM tool means this is the reason. Because we wanted to get things easily. Okay. So I have close to 15 years of experience in this line of activities, guys. I know those days and all. Say like we are getting a problem statement from the customer. We are getting a problem statement from the customer that there is a problem in certain screen, certain place, that there is a problem like that. You are getting the problem statement. What will happen? People will create a war room. They'll create a war room. In that war room, one person from the UI team, one person from the application team, one person from the DBA team, one person from the infra team. Everybody will be there in the team. They'll sit in the room. They'll check the logs. They'll try to find who's actually the responsible person, who's actually the responsible for person. But what will happen, certain times we'll spend 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours to to identify what is the problem, who has to take the responsibility. Okay, that itself will take that much of a time. Those days in order to identify the problem itself will take hours and hours. But nowadays it's a fast world, fast moving world. You cannot say I will spend 8 hours, 10 hours only to identify the problem. No, nowadays even downtime itself very very less, right? Yeah, even every organization they are expecting 99.99 percentage of the availability. There is no downtime like that, and all people are expecting. So in that case you cannot say I will spend 8 hours, 10 hours to do the investigation of the root cause itself. No, no, you are not allowed to do that much of a time and all. Nowadays is actually you need to find the issue very quickly. Fixing the issue may be taking time, some time. Okay, that is a different story. Okay, even nowadays people are expecting you to quickly fix the issue, but I'm saying finding the issue has to be quicker. Fixing the issue may be taking time also, at least acceptable. But in order to find the issue itself you will take hours and hours, means nobody is actually expecting nowadays. You should quickly find the problem. Which layer is the problem? Database, infrastructure, where is the problem? Then straight away you can assign that particular task to the respective team, and then let them do the investigation and then find the issues and all. So that is what is actually the trend now. Okay, so that is the reason every organization they started implementing APM tool in their organization, because you cannot spend too much of time for finding the root cause itself. Instead, what you can do, you can use the APM tool, straight away find the problem, and you are going to assign to the respective team, and the respective team will fix the issue, and then you are going to retest it. That is the expectation nowadays, guys. Clear, guys? Everybody clear what is APM tool, why we are actually using the APM tool like that? Yeah. So I think today is the introduction section. Okay, uh, those who wanted to enroll for this core journey, this is Kumar sir number. Okay, I'll paste his number in the chat. Kumar, this is Kumar sir number, 8019952427. 8019952427 is number. Okay, so I'll also copy paste this course content in the chat. You guys can take it. Okay, so so this is actually a weekday session, guys. Weekday, Monday to Friday, we are going to learn this session. Monday to Friday we are going to learn this session, and that too this time slot, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST. 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST. Correspondingly in other location, this is the other location timing. US UK timing is also mentioned in the website. 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so we are going to learn this tool probably in 10 hours of time. Okay, in 10 hours of time we are going to learn this APM tool. That is our plan itself. Okay, within 2 weeks we wanted to learn this tool itself, how Datadog is actually working, and all the understanding about the configuration, data gathering, root cause analysis, integration, everything we are going to learn. And all these sessions are actually recorded. All these sessions are actually recorded, and anytime if you are unable to attend the session or you are taking off on a particular day, not a problem. These sessions are actually recorded, and we will share this recorded session in the YouTube playlist URL. On a daily basis we'll upload the videos in YouTube playlist URL. These videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. Okay, lifetime access, you are going to have these videos any number of times. You can watch the video, and if there is any question you can bring it on, we can discuss, and then we'll get the clarity. So the intention is we are going to have a continuous learning, and any interview questions, yes, we are going to discuss, or any interview preparation things also, we are going to have it. Industry best practice in industry, how people are using the Datadog tool, and what are all the frequent capabilities, features that are used by the end users. All those things we are going to discuss. Okay, so those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir, 8019924227. Today we started our actual discussion about APM tool, why we have to use the APM tool in industry, what is the expectation, or those who are finding a job, or you are entering into the IT career, what is the expectation, or what job description that are available. In that way we discussed. So we'll continue the same thing in the upcoming sessions also. We'll have our industry best practices learning, hands-on experience, we are going to have it. All those things we are going to do it, guys. Okay, so if you do not have any questions, and those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir, 8019924227. If you do not have any further questions, thanks for joining. Thanks for
What
giving me this
about,
opportunity.
yeah, thank you, Satish sir. What about our practice sessions? Is there a real-time scenarios you want to
We we will
implement
discuss
in
then.
organization?
We will discuss that in our regular sessions, and I'll allow you you guys to set up things in your machines, and then you do the hands-on experience. And in the next session, if there is any challenges, we will share your screen and then resolve the issue, Ram. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. So completely it is actually hands-on. Completely we are going to learn with the practical examples. That is the intent of this session itself. Okay. So thanks for joining. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Those who wanted to enroll for this journey, please reach out to Kumar sir, 8019924227. Thanks for joining, and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Ganesh.
Yeah, Satish. Currently, I'm holding 5 years of experience totally into automation testing, that too in Selenium and other tools.
Hmm.
UFT. Yeah. So, like, how this performance, I mean, testing benefit me like in future? I know it is a on for my career. I mean, like for my experience on these things, testing side. But if I want to directly go to Datadog related stuff, can I find a job with this experience?
See, definitely you can. Okay, but
Okay.
I would say uh, not only APM tool, foundation level of performance testing knowledge is also important, because with that only you can cross correlate the information's metrics, and then you will find it as issue or not, right? So, but in our session itself, we will cover most of the foundation level knowledge that will help you. But if you are learning this tool, you can make your things complete, because knowing manual background, automation background, and performance background by a single person is actually really a good value add. Even my career is actually like that. Started my career as manual tester, moved to automation, Selenium, UFT, and then moved my career to performance testing and performance engineering. So now wherever I go, I have a good opportunity, and that exposure will be high. So yes, that will be a value add. But I wanted to put the disclaimer also in the front, like, you need to put certain effort in learning the foundation level of performance testing knowledge as well, Ganesh. Okay.
Sure, Satish. Thanks then.
Yeah, sure. So thanks for joining and have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.
Bye, Satish.